After losing the most epic lightsaber battle in what was a cinematic masterpiece at the end of Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber was taken by his former master, Obi-Wan Kenobi. In this video, I will detail the canon events after this which led to Vader forging his legendary and infamous red lightsaber. The story is told through the Darth Vader comic series. Left to die on the volcanic planet of Mustafar, Emperor Palpatine retrieved his new apprentice and placed him into the iconic cybernetic armor to preserve his life. When Vader awakened, he learned of Padme's fate. This filled him with pain and rage. Palpatine urged him to use this new gift of pain to fuel his commitment to the dark side. Vader agreed to live, and his master began the first lesson. He electrocuted him with Force lightning and asked where his lightsaber was. The response was exactly what the Sith Lord expected, as Vader said it was lost in the fight with Obi-Wan and he took it. This was met with great opposition, and Sidious firmly reminded his apprentice that the blade belonged to a past Jedi, not him. He must no longer be attached to Anakin Skywalker in any way. His focus must now be aligned with the needs of the Galactic Empire. Palpatine takes him to view an Imperial ceremony regarding the purge of the Jedi. On the balcony above, he explains to Vader that Sith have red blades that were made to bleed. As they converse above, the citizens watch the Empire publicly announce the fall of the Jedi Order, with a collection of their lightsaber hilts in hand, preaching how their oppression will forever be removed from the galaxy. Palpatine tells Vader that a Sith kyber crystal can come from any Jedi, as the pain and the rage of the dark side will power the crimson color. While they watch the declaration for the new age of freedom, in reality is the farthest thing from it. Palpatine's Vice-Chancellor throws the hilts into the fire to destroy them. One may think Vader could have used one of those kyber crystals to corrupt, but a saber of a Sith is taken, not given. They travel to the Mid-Rim, where Palpatine enlightened Vader that they have come here with the purpose for him to obtain a lightsaber. He advised his apprentice to seek out a Jedi from whom to take a kyber crystal from. A ship was meant to be here for Vader's journey, yet it was stolen. Despite this, his master left him on the planet to commence his mission, with the final advice to embrace the dark side. This would allow him to find success before they rule together. Now alone, Vader's hunt for a Jedi had begun. Just as a couple salvagers were admiring the new find and future payday from the ship, Darth Vader entered. They attempted to kill him but were no match for his power. Vader easily defeated them all, showing no mercy. Meanwhile, at a mid-rim Jedi outpost, designation Brightholme, clone troopers were assigned with making an inventory of Jedi artifacts, although this was interrupted as an incoming ship approached. They asked for clearance codes to dock, yet Vader refused. The droid accompanying him did not understand, but he wanted to fight. This short sequence showed his mastery of flying and power in the Force, as he could sense the troopers' locations from their feelings of fear. The clones in the outpost raced to the hangar deck to protect the station. Vader arrived and encountered them. Outnumbered, he used the Force to grab a lightsaber from the inventory. The clones believed him to be a Jedi, as Vader did not state his true identity. Now, with the blade in hand, he slashed through them without hesitation or difficulty. As the corpses surrounded him, Vader dropped the blade to the floor, for he did not earn this one. Vader made his way to the computer system in search of the archives. He told the droid that he sought a certain one that contained a record of all the Jedi before the execution of Order 66. Specifically, Jedi who took the bearish vow prior to the event. Jedi who took this vow were sworn to refrain from activities related to the Order and only engage in the Force. Vader explained despite them sensing the purge, they would not have been allowed to intervene. As the droids searched for a potential Jedi that suited Vader's wishes, an explosive was armed and thrown at them. Vader used the Force to prevent the explosion, as clones appeared and attempted to take him into custody. They told one another that Jedi have limits, and would not cause harm to them while being focused on the grenade. Little did they know this was a mistake. Vader exclaimed he is no Jedi and that he has no limits. The droid completed the search just as the grenade was about to explode. They returned to the ship and took off, while the droid alerted Vader of his findings. He explained this particular Jedi took the vow before Vader himself entered the temple, and has been outside of Jedi affairs for a long time. His name was Kirak Infila, and his part in the Order did not involve diplomacy, training, or research. The records showed the Jedi Master's one purpose was to fight. On the mid-river moon of Aldalim, Master Enfila meditated while assembling 4 Padawan traps. His training droid Arex attacked. During the session, Arex told Master Enfila that he selected a difficult path to live, but the Force user insisted hiding the fact he was a Jedi was impossible. All of a sudden, he sensed a darkness coming and told Arex to arm the mountain defenses. In his ship, Vader entered the atmosphere. Shortly after, Master Enfila targeted the ship and inflicted major damage upon it. Driven by rage, Vader did not care about making ship repairs prior to confronting the old Jedi. He made his way towards the last known location, leaving his droid behind. As he walked through the mountains, a wall rose from the ground. Master Enfila looked down upon Vader, sensing the overwhelming darkness coming from him. Vader tried to force choke him from below, but Master Enfila defended the attempt. He asked Vader if he was the one who executed the Jedi. Vader responded with the truth and confirmed he was here to kill him as well. Master Enfila welcomed the challenge. He ignited his green blade and declared his bearish vow complete, as he will now welcomely intervene and avenge his fallen order. The Jedi warned Vader the mountain was designed to test those who come to it. The way up will become more and more difficult the closer he gets, but he will be awaiting him. At his command, Arex opened the gate, which caused water to flood the area Vader was standing. He became trapped under the water until utilizing the Force to become free. Once he got to the side of the mountain and began to cross a bridge, Raptorans attacked. Watching from cameras above, Arex asked Master Enfila if he wished to blow the bridge, but he elected not to. He wanted the mysterious monster to pass. Rather than arm the next traps and obstacles, he requested all of them be shut off, thus allowing Vader to reach the top quickly. Already damaged, Vader stood before the Jedi and force pushed him. Arex came to his master's aid, but Vader easily dismantled the training droid and took its weapon. The real battle commenced, and Master Enfila realized the true intentions of Vader's presence, for he wanted his lightsaber. Vader's mechanical leg broke, and Master Enfila taunted him, saying he is weak, and after defeating him, will seek out his master to restore order in the galaxy. With those final words, he force pushed him off the top of the mountain. At the bottom, Vader was broken and seemingly defeated. The remains of Arex sat next to him, and the training droid echoed how the light will always reside over the dark side. Vader dismantled the droid and used its parts to rebuild himself. At this time, Master Enfila went to the Ambalar city to acquire his ship. He left it in the possession of Marina, a mechanic who had stored it for years. She mentioned it will need a tune-up, and he explained his need for it now, after all this time. He planned to seek out Vader's master to end it once and for all. She worried the Sith he referred to would come looking for them, but he assured her this was not the case. Although Vader has not been defeated, he rose up and returned to his Jedi hunt. Back in the shop, Master Enfila displayed his abilities to Marina's child, but eventually sensed the monster's presence once again. The Dark Lord called upon him to fight on top of the dam. Without hesitation, Master Enfila goes to finish him, and the battle continued. When it appeared Master Enfila had the upper hand as a result of the damage to Vader's suit, city guards came to stop the fight. Vader forced them off the edge, and Master Enfila desperately tried to protect them. He succeeded in saving the innocent lives, but this distraction allowed Vader to focus on a water tank in the city. Its destruction would flood it. Master Enfila noticed Vader's new objective and would not allow it to happen. In his effort to prevent the tank from breaking, he unequipped his lightsaber. This gave Vader the chance to obtain it, using the mercy of the Jedi as a weakness. Vader took control of Master Enfila as he pled with him to let the civilians live. Although as a Sith, he has no limits. With the mission of taking the lightsaber completed, Darth Vader left the city in ruins. Now with the lightsaber in hand, a hologram message from Palpatine was played by the droid. It notified Vader that he will be taken to the final destination of his quest, Mustafar, the planet where he was defeated by Obi-Wan. Palpatine told him to go to the place where the dark side calls him. This is where he will make the Kyber crystal his by corrupting it. This process will alter the energy and make it bleed. Vader went into the cave and disassembled the hilt to find the green crystal. He began the process with the Force until he got thrown back against the wall. His blue eye through the cracked helmet came to focus, and he questioned what he has done. He reassembled the lightsaber hilt with the green crystal and returned to his master on Coruscant. Palpatine asked to see his blade for proof of a successful quest. The green saber ignited, revealing Vader's choice. Sidious leapt forward and the duel took place, but Vader ultimately defeated the Sith Lord and left his office. It then displayed Obi-Wan Kenobi in hiding. He ignited the blue blade when he sensed someone behind him. Vader approached him and removed his helmet. He asked for forgiveness, and Obi-Wan realized it was Anakin. The vision ended at this moment and returned to Vader's yellow Sith eye in focus. He could not accept this alternate outcome. This was his life now. He grabbed the crystal and input all of his pain, anger, rage, and loss into it. With the flashbacks of Obi-Wan, his mother, and his love Padme in mind. On Coruscant, Palpatine awaited his return, while getting a debrief from Tarkin about the Death Star. Vader threw the guards into the glass behind him, and walked to his master, at last showing him the red-colored blade. The hilt was still Master Enfila's, and Vader utilized it for a period of time. This included when he first met the Grand Inquisitor, and for a particular event on Coruscant at the Jedi Temple against Jocasta Nu. But that is a story for a different video. Later on, Vader himself goes to hunt a potential Force user that was reported. On this mission, he gets targeted by bounty hunters. They utilized a weapon with a tractor beam to remove the lightsaber from his possession. Vader used the Force to stop this from happening, but they destroyed the hilt in the process. However, the crystal stayed intact. The bounty hunters moved to escape, and he regained the Kyber crystal while in pursuit of them. After this incident, he no longer had the hilt of Master Enfila. Therefore, while back on the ship to Coruscant, he forged his infamous and iconic hilt. At the end, he ignited the red blade and admired the finished product. From this point on, this legendary lightsaber is what we see in every Star Wars project he appears in. This includes the Rebels animated show, the Kenobi show, Rogue One, A New Hope, The Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more Star Wars content. Help me get to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. Also, leave a comment on your thoughts and what you would like to see next. May the Force be with you all.